Hi there, students. Sphinx-like, Sphinx-like, like the Sphinx. Okay, Sphinx-like means mysterious. It means that other people don't know what you're thinking. It's to have this enigmatic look on your face. This inscrutable, passive, secretive way of being. If you play poker, you need to be Sphinx-like, to have a poker face, to have a Sphinx-like face. Yeah, if you say somebody is Sphinx-like, you're saying they're mysterious, enigmatic, inscrutable. They don't reveal their thoughts or their feelings. Yeah, and you don't know what they're thinking. So Sphinx-like, this is saying that somebody is mysterious. There's an air of secrecy. There's some sort of hidden meaning. And Sphinx-like as well, imperturbable. They're calm, they're unchanging, they just keep doing what they're doing, and they're inscrutable. You can't interpret what they're thinking, you can't understand what they're doing. So particularly a Sphinx-like smile on somebody's face. Yeah, a Sphinx-like smile would be calm, unbothered, without revealing your true emotions. Or you could describe a building as Sphinx-like, something that's solid. It has a very imposing presence and it evokes mystery. So yeah, Sphinx-like, enigmatic. Yeah, calm, inscrutable. You don't know what it thinks. So, why? Well, let's look at the Sphinx. The Sphinx is a creature from ancient mythology. In Greek mythology, the Sphinx had the head of a human, the body of a lion, and the wings of an eagle. And in ancient Greece, the Sphinx was something that was treacherous, something that you couldn't trust, and the Sphinx had the head of a woman, and everybody she met, she would ask them a riddle, a puzzle, a question, with a double meaning or a veiled meaning. And if you didn't solve the riddle, the Sphinx would eat you. The Sphinx appears in Oedipus. But the Egyptians also had sphinxes before the Greeks. The Egyptian Sphinx doesn't have wings. And think of the Great Sphinx at Giza. This is where the pyramids are. And you've got this huge Sphinx there as well. The Egyptian Sphinx doesn't have wings, and the Egyptian Sphinx is a man. And the Egyptian Sphinx is benevolent. It's something of a guardian. It's something of strength and fiercely. And the Sphinx was a guardian, particularly the guardian of a temple. And that's why I think the Sphinx has this enigmatic idea to it. So Sphinx-like, like a Sphinx, something that you can't work out, mysterious and doesn't allow people to know what you're thinking about. She sat there with a Sphinx-like look on her face and nobody knew what she was thinking. Sphinx-like, difficult to interpret. Howard Hughes will always remain a Sphinx-like enigma. So yes, his partner was a Sphinx-like figure who never revealed her thoughts. The monolith in 2001 A Space Odyssey or 2010 A Space Odyssey had this silent Sphinx-like presence that made everybody wonder what it was about. The pharmacist tried to decipher the doctor's Sphinx-like handwriting. Yeah, doctors have a reputation for having very bad handwriting, and it's very difficult to make out what they've written. Okay, so Sphinx-like, enigmatic, difficult to understand, difficult to see through. I found quite a nice phrase that I like. Behind them, the huge ugly building crouched like a sphinx, purring through iron tonsils. Okay, so an enigmatic, mysterious person. He is a sphinx whose blank features hold a fascination for those who look at it. So Sphinx-like, like the Sphinx, enigmatic. Okay, so yes, he wore black shoes and somber suits and carried a Sphinx-like expression on his face. So Sphinx-like, cryptic, enigmatic, puzzling, perplexing, mysterious, impenetrable, baffling, obscure, unfathomable, mystifying. Okay, so yeah, he sat there with a Sphinx-like smile. Let's see, you could write it as one word, you could write it with a hyphen as well. So Sphinx-like, an adjective. What am I going to give it in formality? It sounds a little bit literary, but it's a very nice descriptive adjective. I think I'm going to give it a 5 in formality. I think you could probably use it anywhere. Maybe a 6, but use it anywhere. So, Sphinx-like. Bye for now.